Everybody, Nancy Hart here, Whole Heart Evolution. Would you like to make an event or theater person's life really, really good? Would you like to make their heart sing? If you have somebody like that in your life, go up to them and say two magical words. Say it with energy, say it with vim, say it with conviction. And those two words are shift, go, with special emphasis on the go. What that does for somebody who's in events, for somebody who's in the theater, is a whole series of actions just get triggered. And what looks like seeming chaos to so many of us, lights flying, video going over here, cables over here, people and props, and just things moving like ants in an ant mound. What you're seeing in that moment is actually a beautifully choreographed piece that may have been weeks, months, or years in the preparation, and probably a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears, thrown pieces of paper, digital files deleted, things drawn and redrawn, new paths followed, new scripts written, all to create a moment in time where we are transported from one place and taken on a journey and arrive in some place completely new. Magical. I had a moment like that yesterday, a personal shift go moment that I'm happy to be able to share. That moment, the shift began when the door opened to the exam room I was in. My doctor walked in, handed me a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper it said, and this had probably been a piece of paper I'd been handed at least 12, 15 times over the last 5 years, probably more. And I am so grateful that that piece of paper said, for that last time, no evidence of metastatic melanoma. In other words, no cancer, kid. We have a conversation. He looks at me, and the last part of that scene shift, as it's all coming together, he looks at me with a sweet smile on his face underneath his mask, and he says, "You are released." And I entered at the completion of that shift go moment with the paper in my hand and the doctor sitting where he always sat, a moment that it had been 5 years in the making. And there were a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that kind of came along with that, and plans and new plans and growth. Oh, can we talk about the growth? As I said to so many people about this journey to get to this scene shift, that, well, I would never wish the circumstances on anyone. And I'm one of the fortunate. I acknowledge that for sure. That the growth, the gifts that have come from that journey, that creation to the point of scene shift, I would wish for everyone. Shift go is powerful, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like you to take a moment to reflect on your personal life and perhaps the moment that we're in right now. It is, to my way of looking at it, a shift go moment for all of us. We are coming out of a period of time, and I've talked about this before. We've been transiting from one space to another. And the vision, or lack thereof, that brought us there was this pandemic. And each and every one of us has been navigating as individuals, as families, as communities, as a country, as a world, to navigate to a vision of what is next, what is new. And there have been places of pain, there have been places of anger, there have been all of the emotions, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, that have transited this space, that have been come together, shaken up, torn apart, recreated, brought back together, all to choreograph into a moment where we can say, shift, go. That new space that we are arriving in post-pandemic. I would invite you to take a moment to look at where you want to land. If you haven't already, where you want to land, what at the end of your scene shift, what does that look like for you? That place, as I did yesterday when I was handed the piece of paper and heard his words, I just took, I did the happy dance, right? And I took a big breath and found myself feeling incredibly grateful and very, very humble to have transited this time in this place, in this space, with an amazing team of people, amazing supportive family and friends, encouragement in the good times and the bad. I suggest and I offer you an experiment this week to look into that for yourself. What is that magical space that causes you to happy dance? Yes, happy dance. And to take a breath and to be grateful and to be humble. Ladies and gentlemen, look for your shift go moment. And again, if you have an event person or somebody in the live theater that you just love and you want to make them happy, because, those are magical words, walk up to them, whisper in their ear, shift go, and watch them grin from ear to ear. I'll see you on the other side. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.